It's coffee time. I'm feeling good. I just got done kind of cleaning the house. I'm not going to say cleaning the house because there were plenty of things that should be cleaned that I didn't clean, but I did like surface cleaning, you know? Where when you have cats, you walk around and you go, maybe there shouldn't be litter everywhere. So I vacuumed up all of the litter all over the house. And then I was in the kitchen and I was like, there are only a couple of dishes in the sink. I can just do those. So I did all of those dishes. You know, just like little things so that when I bring Sam back here, it's not like, hey, welcome home. You weren't important enough for me to fix any of these things. I just figured, you know, make it look comfortable to be in. Like there isn't a bunch of clutter. So did all that. Get to go and grab him a bit later. Before that, I get to work on taxes stuff, which I know I'm not supposed to talk about, but I get to go work on taxes stuff, and I don't want to do it. But that's okay. Just get it done, you know? Just get it done. The last couple of times I've talked to my mom, she's been like, do your taxes yet? I'm like, no. But it's fine. It'll get done eventually. Every year I wait until like the deadline day. I'm not going to do that this year. I've decided. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get it all done and over with. It's going to be fine. But yeah, I've realized I've started doing a thing that I haven't done in years, which is typically I completely ignore Facebook. I pretend that it just does not exist. But I opened it up because I realized that it still said that I was single. And I was like, maybe I should go in there and change that. Like, that's just a little change that I'd like on there. So I went into my Facebook and I changed it. And it still says pending because Sam is the same as me and never goes on his Facebook. So I can inform him. Be like, hey, you should make it say that I'm your girlfriend on Facebook. Even though it doesn't matter all that much. But I've left that tab up. You know, sometimes you just leave a tab up in your browser and you're not quite sure why. Every now and then I get super OCD about it and I'm like, I'm just going to close everything that I'm not using because there are too many tabs open. But I've just left Facebook open, and every day I choose somebody that I just haven't talked to in years. And I'm like, I'm going to find out what you've been doing since the last time we talked. And sometimes it's really disappointing, but sometimes I'm like, wow, you've done a lot of things. It's really interesting for me. Just pick random people from my hometown. Like, what have you been doing? What are you up to? Oh, you went to nursing school? That's sick. Oh, you have like 8 kids? Oh my God. Like, just so many things. It's really fun. So I've been doing that consistently. But that also means that I've been able to see what people are doing, like, in the moment. I have a few friends very invested in the Oscars, I've realized, since I've left that tab open the last 2 days. I go on there. There are a few people that are they are stuck on it. They're like, I can't believe that this thing didn't win. I can't believe it. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's an award system that nobody really takes seriously anymore. You know, it's fun to watch, but it's not very representative of the people. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Most of the people that are voting are white, and most of the people that are voting are men. So it doesn't actually represent the people. It just represents the majority of people. So, what can you do? It's still fun to watch, though. But guys, you don't gotta be so invested. You don't gotta be making like 18 posts about the Oscars and how much they suck. I get it. I get it. We all know. We all know that they suck. But this cat, Watson, I'm legitimately convinced that she wants another bath. Every single time that I do the dishes, she jumps up to stare at me while I'm doing the dishes, like gets on the counter and just loafs and watches me do the dishes. And then the second that I'm done and the sink is empty, she just sits in there. And so today, I tried just turning on the water a little bit, like just a trickle. And she was like trying to bite it, but couldn't, and then would like paw at it and then freak out because her paw was really wet and just be like, but she'd still just sit there and be like invested in the water. Like, what do I do with this? Like, there must be something I can do with this. I was like, well, you can eat it. I mean, you keep trying to do that. It doesn't always work out, but that is a thing you can do if you would like to. Cats are so silly. Sherlock is still bringing all of his toys to me in the middle of the night, so I wake up with like toys all over the bed. It's really funny because it doesn't wake me up anymore, but I enjoy that. Like waking up and just seeing toys everywhere and 2 sleeping cats. So funny. Unless they've decided that they're hungry ahead of time, and then they're not asleep. They're right here. Like, hey, are we eating yet? By the way, I brought you all my toys. It's a good situation to wake up to. So silly. Such silly cats. I went and gave Neil so much poop today. It's like, Neil, where were you? Why were you not there for the Dodger and Chad show? And he was like, I'm sorry. I just, I had to work all weekend. And I was like, stop. Stop. So decided I'm going to guilt trip him into being on a different stream. I'm a dummy. And I don't see Jared every day, so I can't just go to Jared and be like, hey, what happened to you? And be like, I was working all weekend. Stop it. This could have been a great thing where we all tried to play Elder Scrolls and it constantly kicked us off, but no. It was just Chad and I getting kicked off the whole time. I had a lot of fun with Chad though. But I missed Neil and Jared. I wanted the whole crew to be there so that we could all just when it kicked us off. It didn't happen because Chad and I are too mellow. So we were like, I guess we'll play a different game. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to do or that I'd like to do before Sam gets home. I don't think so. I think I've pretty much done everything. I think everything's ready. Everything's ready for him to arrive like the prince that he is. He's going to be so tired. That flight is kind of brutal. Although, coming from England to Los Angeles is really nice because you don't lose that much time. It's not like when you go from Los Angeles to England, you lose like an entire day. It's very disorienting. Disorienting? Oh my gosh. For a second there, I was going to correct it to disorientating, and then I went, wait, is that a word? And now I don't know what the real word is. Whatever. It throws you. It throws you off a lot. So, at least coming to LA, it doesn't throw you all that much. Because you don't lose that entire day. You know? You only lose like a few hours. It's very bizarre. You get on the plane and then technically like 3 hours later, you just show up. And it's like, what happened? What happened? But it's nice. It's nice because you can leave in the morning. Or by noon even. You can leave by noon and still get back the same day if you have like a non-stop flight. Virgin Airlines. Flex. I've learned to really, really love Virgin Airlines, but every now and then, sometimes their flights are really cheap comparatively, and sometimes they're like way more expensive. And I'm like, why can't you just always be cheap? Why can't that be a thing? I don't understand. But they do have the purple lights. You've never been on a Virgin flight before? They have the purple lights, and it's so funny. You feel like you're walking onto a porn set. You're not. You're just walking onto the best airline in the world. I love them so much. And if you're in not first class, but also not economy, they have like a middle section called premium economy. I don't know why. I don't know why that's necessary. But you get on the plane before economy shows up, and then all of these ladies walk around with little trays being like, would you like orange juice or champagne? And every single time I ask if I can have both so I can make a mimosa, and they won't let me. They're like, please just take one. I'm like, well, I gotta choose. Am I gonna be that guy and take the champagne, or am I gonna just, hoof it and take the orange juice? When really, I want both. Why not both? I think they're worried that they would need to give me another class. I'm like, no, it's fine. Just drink half of both and then mix them into one. And then it's like I've got a whole new drink. Just think with me. Just be willing to think with me. That was very weird. A very bright truck just went by, and it looked like something was coming at me. You know, sometimes, not perspective. Perspective isn't the word I'm looking for. But sometimes when you see something going a completely opposite direction, the color makes it feel like it's popping out at you. That's what it felt like. And I was like, something's gonna fly into my window! It didn't, though. It was just a track. It was just a track. Going that way. Anywho, I'm gonna go. Make sure I've got everything ready to go do my taxes. But I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah!